Hello. I left my controller downstairs. I had to go and get it. Okay. We're trying something a little different today. This is sort of a trial run of just doing a little game development on stream. And I'll see if I like it. I don't know. Maybe I'll dislike it. Maybe it'll be too distracting. But I think I need to turn... Something needs to go up or down. The audio doesn't look quite right. How's the audio balance? Am I loud? Am I quiet? Is everything... We're all good? I heard something the other day that I agree with, and it's that people will forgive bad video, but nobody will forgive bad audio. Bad audio? Oh, what the fuck? I'm peaking. Holy shit, hold on. There's something wrong with my microphone. That was way loud. What the fuck? What's going on? Hold on. I'm turning this off. Hello, hello, test 1 2, test 1 2. All right, I think this is okay. I don't know what's wrong with my microphone. Of course, as soon as I turn on the damn stream, my microphone starts acting weird. What was I even saying? Yeah, so we're just gonna do a little game dev. I don't think this stream will be very long, probably only like an hour or so. So just kind of feeling it out. I don't know if I will like developing while streaming, but so let's make sure that all this works still. I transferred this project I was working on to my streaming computer from my working computer. So, we'll have to see if everything still works. Appears to be working. That's good. So, I've just been toying around with this for a little bit. And, can't do that much yet. You can move, you can jump, you can do a jump attack. Most of the animations are placeholders. You can do a high jump. It's kind of fun. What else can you do? You can do a roll, but I really don't like how the roll is right now. It's kind of trying to copy DK64's roll, but it was not... Well, number one, the placeholder animation doesn't look great for this one, but it definitely needs to go further. So I don't really like how that works. Yeah, she can backflip. And yeah, Trevor, my husband, made the model. I cannot 3D model to save my life. And, well, that's kind of weird. Definitely a animation transition problem there. How much here is prefab? I mean, this is just a, this area comes with the character controller, the base character controller that I'm using. But I've just sort of extended the base character controller to give it a few more actions, which is actually what I'm going to try to do today for this stream. Is I want to make a long jump, because every good platformer has a long jump. Right now, I only have a high jump. Even if you're moving, you just get the high jump. So, the way I have it set up right now, though, is that pretty much everything is just in the singular character controller file, which I don't really like. It makes it kind of hard to keep track of stuff. And, so I kind of want to try putting the logic for the long jump in a separate file and see if I can come up with something that I like for organization for that. So, we'll see. So yeah. That's pretty much what we got so far. So, first thing I'm going to want to do is make a new script. We'll call this a long jump. Give me 1 second. I forgot to add my audio sources to this scene. There we go. Alrighty, so now then, how do we do a long jump? So basically, how am I doing the high jump? So I haven't actually looked at this project in like a week and a half, so I'm gonna kind of have to be relearning what I was actually doing. So I think, what am I doing here? Where do I set? So I know that whenever you crouch, I set it, or if you jump while you're crouching, I make it so that holding the button doesn't make you go any higher. And then, okay, yeah, this calc jump impulse thing. So that just is crouching. So probably what I want to do is, if you're crouching and, well, okay, so here's a question that, in fact, I actually, let me pull up the source material here. Hold on, the music's probably going to drop out because I forgot to add audio sources, but check this out. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, I don't have controller support. There we go. Let's load into this randomizer save that I have. So, for a long jump in DK64, it's really annoying because if you are moving and then you crouch and you let go of the control stick, so this is me moving, crouching, and going neutral on the control stick. If I do that and then press A, you will still get a long jump, even though you are not holding forward on the control stick. And that leads to situations where you're like walking and then let's say you want to crouch and do a high jump, right? So I want to get up here. Oh, I pressed A too early. I don't get the high jump at all, and I just get a crouch jump. So you have to like wait. I guess DK64 probably goes off of your character's current speed. Like its current velocity determines whether or not you get a long jump. I think that's bad. I think it should go off of whether or not you're holding forward. Like I think that just makes it a lot, it makes it feel better. Because this shit is annoying. This shit gets me every time. So I think instead of going off of speed, I actually want to read the current input vector. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if we can... Oh, I need to pause this or else I'm going to be hearing two songs. Okay. So I actually need to see how I can get the current... I need to see if the player is holding neutral or not, which I think is going to be somewhere in this file. This is the character controller I'm using, and they have put everything in one big file, which makes it really hard to find things. So where can I find... I'm literally just gonna have to look through this whole thing and find... Actually, I guess if I check the input actions, where are those at? Let's see. Okay. So we do have movement input action. So that might be what we want. Let's see. Get movement input appears to be what we want. So we want get movement input, and we need that value, so that's a vector 2. So do we care about having a dead zone? Probably not. Use acceleration for everything. But what if you're like your acceleration whenever you're at max speed would be 0, right? So I think I have to go off of the control stick, because the problem is that I guess you could check if the acceleration is negative. It'd be equal to friction. I guess that's true. Like, it's really just, am I crouching? Because I was just gonna do, am I crouching? Well, I guess it gets more complicated than that, because if you're at a complete standstill and you hold the control stick, you don't want to do a long jump. So what truly is a long jump? It's you're moving, you're crouching, and so the control stick definitely needs to be forward. I need to read that no matter what, so I don't run into the DK64 problem. But yeah, it's like it needs to have some velocity, but also the stick needs to be neutral to get a high jump. So it's got to be stick forward, has some velocity, and then you press jump. So I think that should be it. Because yeah, I mean, I already have it kind of doing a slide whenever you are moving and going to a crouch. I don't actually know if that's a good thing, to be honest. DK64, you're like super slidey and it's kind of annoying, but I feel like it's more up to the level design. I kind of like it. I feel like moving to crouching and then immediately stopping just kind of looks weird. What if you're on a moving platform? It's a good point. I would have to check that. Are there any platforms going back and forth around here? I didn't make this little playground scene. Yeah, probably should also go off of time as well. Because, like, I don't know if the game calculates, or if the character controller, it's not even a game yet, calculates this as, like, character velocity. Or if it's just imparting the velocity from the platform. I guess I could check. Let's just start whacking at this, I think. So I think what I want to change here is... What do I want to change here? So how do I know that the player has jumped? I think the jumping logic is handled in here somewhere, but this is like the bulk of it. The bulk of the logic in the entire thing. I should probably overwrite this get max speed. I think I'm manually changing the max speed at some points. I probably should just be using this. In fact, I probably should just be creating new movement modes for all of these. Because I'm pretty sure this is just like an enum. So I should just be able to add a new movement mode. Anyway. Yeah, the project name DK65. Yeah, I'm not very good at names, as you can tell. So where do we actually jump? I think we're looking for something called jumping. We have stop jumping, is jumping, do jump. Okay, maybe it's this one. So we have do jump, can jump, jump, on jumped. Okay, so this is where we're actually launching the character. And it just uses that calc jump impulse. So I think all I care about is just changing the jump impulse. The one thing that's really tricky about all this game dev shit is fucking... There's like 9 million ways to accomplish everything, and all of them are technically correct, which is my least favorite thing. I do Sudokus for fun. I like when things have a solution. Have I tried out the Big Catch demo? I have not tried the Big Catch demo, but I probably should, because I think it would be fun. I definitely want to play the full game. I just, honestly, I'm not really a demo person. I don't like demos. I don't know why, but it's like, I'm just like, damn. If a demo is good, it's just like, oh man, I wish I was playing it, you know? But... Anyway. Okay, back to this. So we're already doing some logic here. This is just how I'm handling the, This is how I'm handling the crouch jump. So this is actually... I should rename this from crouch jump to high jump. Can I just easily do that? What if I just name this to high jump impulse? Okay, I think that worked. So let's make a new field that is a vector 2 and call it long jump impulse. Because for the impulse for the long jump, we'll also want to make it go forward. So, yeah, I think it'll have to be a vector 2. Okay. So we need... What do we call this? I already forgot. What was this called? It was movement vector. Input actions. Movement input action, that's what it was. Oh, right. Okay, get movement input. Right. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. Get move. Wait, what is get movement direction? The current movement direction in world space. The movement direction used to move this character. Oh, you guys can't see my, in my IntelliSense, but... So wait. But I think I want movement input, because I think I just care about the raw... like, stick being forward. So I think that's what I want. So we calc the jump impulse, we do movement input. So now we say if movement input dot... Is there like an easy way to just say like, is it not 0? I guess I could do this. But that's kind of hard because that's... I think I just want to get the magnitude, right? But you also have to be moving in the direction that you're going, right? Because, like, what if you had a situation where you're running forward and then you crouch and you hold back on the stick and you do a long jump. Like, what should happen then? Should it do a long jump backwards? Or should it do... Well, what the hell? I messed something up. I don't know what happened. I did something. Now she just kind of does a little hooray. Oh, it's probably because I need to... No? Oh, yeah, it's because high jump impulse got set to 0. Oh, okay. That's not what it was before. That was much higher than it was before. How about 5? 5 is, like, still too much. 3? I think I had it at 3 before. Having the ability to spin that fast is a problem in making... Yeah, I mean, it definitely overcomplicates things. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was really just copying how DK64 handles theirs. But you do have to come to a stop before you actually can turn. So maybe I should probably do that. I should probably make it so that you can't actually spin. So probably just need to lock the rotation direction while you're crouched and while your speed is above 0. The only reason I really have it, like, I don't know, I kind of like how in this game you can kind of reposition yourself while crouching. It doesn't really change that much. I like the animation they do. Like, that's fun. You know? But it makes sense in a game like DK64 where you're so slidey and sometimes you have to, like, really make sure you're facing the right direction before you do something. Specifically, it's useful when you want to reposition the camera. You know? Like, I want the camera to be pointing this way. But that doesn't really matter not in DK64 because DK64's camera is terrible and the camera that I'm using is, like, modern. So it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Okay. Well, that's just something else to think about. Oops. I always keep forgetting to pause it. Yeah, so I should definitely have it, like... I should have it not do it. Time to make the camera worse. I legitimately have thought about it. I've thought... Because, like, my goal here... It's not a very surprising goal. I just want to make a platformer that feels like an N64 platformer, so... I've legitimately thought about just having a worse camera on purpose. Like, one that is more, like, using the C buttons, but that seems kind of miserable. So I don't think I'll end up doing that. Okay, let's not worry about the moving while crouch. You know, I'm gonna make a few notes here. No moving while crouch sliding. Okay. I'll just leave that as a note for myself. Toggle in the menu for authentic camera that makes it bad. Now that's a pretty good idea. You could always add the opposite of accessibility options. This jump is still too high. Whatever, it's not gonna matter. Okay, back to the long jump. So we're saying... what would this be? Magnitude, is that what it's used? Aren't you supposed to use square magnitude or something? Like, isn't that just more efficient or whatever? If movement speed dot square magnitude... Nah, fuck it, I'm using magnitude. I don't want to math this. Let's make a new variable called long jump control stick dead zone. That's a terrible name for a variable, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and make that. This should be a float. Magnitude is always positive. Yeah, it should be. Okay. The thing with programming is you're never going to get it right on the first try anyway, so don't even bother. Okay, so we're saying if... I'll be even more clean than I normally am since I'm being watched. We'll say stick not neutral. I'll just assign this here. At least being watched programming does put me on my best behavior in terms of trying to make things cleaner. Yeah, the square magnitude, I know that the square magnitude is technically just faster to calculate, but this is one cycle, so that's not going to make or break me. I need some water. Already talking too much. Okay. I'll be super efficient and I'll store this variable here so I don't have to call it twice, even though I don't think that even matters. So we're saying if crouching and stick not neutral, then I need to move this up here. I guess I should do this differently. If crouching and stick not neutral, else if crouching. This is probably not necessary, but we'll just go ahead and put it here. I don't even know why I called this crouch jump scaler. We'll just call this jump scaler. So we'll do jump scalar equals high jump impulse. I'm realizing I'm misusing these terms actually, but whatever. Jump scalar is 1. So for crouching and the stick is not neutral, we want jump scalar to equal long jump impulse. Why don't you like this? Oh, right, because long jump impulse is a vector 2. I forgot. Okay, so really what I want is like a long jump angle and then a long jump impulse. Because the impulse is just going to be a float. It seems like I'm doing this in a very stupid way the further down this rabbit hole I get. But whatever. So the jump scalar will be long jump impulse. Wait, it's not even a vector 2. It should be a vector 3. Okay, hold on. Now I'm super overthinking this. It should just be the direction that the character is facing. It should be the character that it should be the direction that the character is facing times some amount of horizontal impulse and then some amount of upward impulse. So yeah, I'm overthinking this. Let's change this to be... We'll have a horizontal and a vertical. Now I need to do linear algebra, which I'm not very good at. Because this is a vector 3... So what's the base one? Right, so it's doing a dot product of the velocity and the character up. This is your vertical speed. So this alone is the vertical component. So I need to figure out, so how do I just add the vector? Like, do I just add the character's forward facing vector? Does that work? I think that's how that works. I think that's how that works. So what is it? Get forward vector? Does that work? So if we're crouching, we're going to do this in the dumbest way possible first, and then we'll make it smarter over time as we run into problems. I think that's the best way to do this. So we're going to return base.calcJumpImpulse plus facing vector times long jump horizontal impulse. So that'll get us our forward velocity. So I think I just need to do... So this needs to be times long jump. Okay. There's like no way this is gonna work. This is gonna be fucked up as hell, but whatever. Let's see what happens. Excuse me. Okay. Let's leave play mode. Let's go over here. So. Just put that at 2.5 for now. So vertical impulse. Let's try it like 2 and horizontal 5. Oh, right, the dead zone. We'll just put this at 0.1. That's probably okay. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. What is Sadistics Ready to Fly? That's the song that's playing. Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think that... Yeah, that's definitely doing something. Like, it's definitely applying a forward momentum. Now, we can kind of tune it. Let's try giving it more of a forward and less of an up. Okay, that's a little too useless. Definitely needs to be going up more. And we do have to change... Okay, that's too high, though. What do I have the regular jump impulse at? Oh, right, this is a scalar, so this should probably just be 1. I'm seeing the vision here. I'm seeing the vision. Hold on. Let's feel this out. What does Diddy Kong's long jump feel like? What do all the different long jumps in this game feel like? DK's kind of it kind of goes up pretty high. He definitely goes faster when you long jump. Compare that to this. I mean, this one goes way faster, but I think that's more fun. It definitely should go faster. But I don't know. Then doesn't that make the best way of moving just doing this? Which that might be kind of annoying. You can definitely go, you can get going, ignoring the fact that the animations aren't working quite right. My animation controller is very slapdash right now. The animations, I just bought a pack of animations, but Trevor, my husband, made the model, and I just slightly tweaked it. Here, we can, where's my... Well, let's move this down here. So, we got crouch, crouch, jump. Let's change this to high jump. High jump. Whoop. High jump, land. Let's get these out of the way. Let's make a new state. We'll call this long jump. Oh, hey, it didn't go back to my thing. My automatic scene switcher didn't work. Hold on. Let me check to see why my automatic scene switcher stopped working. I can't tell why it stopped working. Don't know. It automatically switches to that. It just doesn't switch back now. Oh, there we go. What the hell? Weird. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna just throw in a very quick and dirty thing here. Do I have a good long jump animation? Alright, let's find an animation. What do we got? There are lots of different jumps. Let me, whoop. Is there just an easy way I can test this without... Okay. That's not quite it. I need jump. What does this one look like? Oh, that's the one I'm already using for the high jump. That one's like a forward flip. That one might look okay. Let's try that. And I'll just connect it here for now. That's probably gonna look weird, but whatever. Placeholder for now. So how do we actually make it so it does this? We need jumping is true. Ground move speed greater than 0. Does that work? No. That did not. What do I have this on? This is just jumping is... Oh, okay, so it's probably... I need to change the order? Is that how this works? Okay, yeah. So there we go. It doesn't ever transition to landing. So I need airborne false. Yeah, there we go. It's a little placeholder for now. Definitely needs some work on the feel, but I mean, hey, it is a long jump, technically. So, that's cool. Let's play with these values. What do we have this at? This should probably be like 1.1, and horizontal can be like 7. Yeah, I mean, I could see how that would be useful. It probably needs to go higher. I think it's still too low. I think 1.2. Because, like, I'm trying to think, like, where would you realistically want to do this, right? Like, why would you want to long jump if you could long jump? It would probably be that there's 2 platforms that are far enough away from each other that just a regular jump wouldn't get you to, right? Like, that definitely goes farther. Now, it's pretty hair trigger right now. Like, if you just do that. I also have a problem where I think I need to change how the interrupt logic works. I hate the way that this system works, because I think I need to do... I think I need to change the interrupt on this. I think we're getting somewhere. It's kind of fun to do. Probably just need to tune the numbers a little bit. Now, here's... yeah, so... kind of weird behavior if you're sliding and then turn around, but if I lock the rotation mode while you're crouch sliding, then that shouldn't ever happen. And then it also lets you move and then crouch and go neutral and still get a high jump. Yeah, I mean, I think the reason that DK64 long jumps feel weird is I'm pretty sure DK64 probably does everything with root motion, which means, like, the distance moved is tied to the actual animation. I'm not doing anything with root motion because I don't know how to animate well. So I'm doing it more like physics-based, where I am applying a force at the time that you jump. So the other option would be, rather than applying an impulse when you jump, would be to, I guess, what, increase your acceleration so that you, like, increase your acceleration for a certain amount of times that you start at the same speed but then accelerate faster. Because this does, like, it does front load all of the, it front loads all of the distance covered, basically, which I don't think feels bad, but it doesn't feel entirely correct, basically. Let's, let me see. Do I just have a...
It's me, Mario! Hello!
Do I have a save? I don't... Is there a speed up on this one? I don't know if there's a speed up. I don't want to watch the intro. Hold on, do I have... Certainly I have, like, a ROM hack or something, right? Okay, here, I have a ROM hack. Okay, never mind. The ROM hack doesn't work in Project 64, so I don't have a ROM hack. Alright, fine. We'll watch the Super Mario 64 intro.
It's me, Mario!
Look, I've watched too many speedruns. I don't want to watch the intro. But We'll watch it.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
But yeah, I mean, I guess the nice part about Mario 64 is I could literally go look at the source code for Mario 64 and see how they handle their jumping. I know that Mario is not root motion based. All of their stuff is physics. Okay. Yeah, so like, I mean, you can tell with Mario, it's definitely like, you do get a burst of speed at the start. So maybe it's not that weird. But it does feel fundamentally different than what I just programmed. So I might have to go look at the Mario 64, like, decomp and see why it feels different. I mean, it's definitely like, you get an instant burst of speed for sure. But it is, I wonder if it's affecting the gravity. Like, maybe I should just, maybe I could just lower the gravity during the jump. So that it's like more... Yeah, he definitely goes up higher. But that's just fiddling with the numbers. It's less about the... It's almost like the feel is very different. And I know part of it is like, it's got a more useful animation and stuff. But it is almost like the gravity is less. In fact, I mean, the gravity in general in Super Mario 64 is less... I feel like maybe what I have right now is too... Like... Maybe I need to just turn the gravity down. Like, Mario gravity is super high. He does fall fast. I guess, I don't know. It doesn't feel like he falls that fast. Did you envision Mario's long jump in general? I mean, I'm just playing around. I'm just playing with the space, you know. Let's go get a star so that I don't have to watch the intro ever again. He's got a bit more time at the top of the jump. Yeah. It's definitely like... Yeah, more time at the top would make me think that there's less gravity. So let's just play a little bit of Mario. Let's feel it out. I feel like the Mario ground slide is cool. I think I'd want to have something kind of like that in the game. Whoops. I'm a noob. I'm a Mario idiot. The camera in this game, though, is really bad. The Mario 64 camera is so bad. You think gravity makes the top more sharply defined? Could be. It does seem like you do basically spend the same amount of time going up as you do going down. Like, I mean, I could, like, take a video and time it. But it feels to me like you are basically doing the same. Alright. We won't have to watch the intro again. No, King Bob-omb will not be in my game.
Here we go!
Because he's copywritten, and I would get in trouble. One thing that I don't want to have that Mario has is that his turning is so weird. I've tried to emulate how Mario 64 Mario turns, and it's just like a mess. It's so weird. But the jumps, I mean, look. He is the jump man. Like, they nailed it in one on the jumping. And also, I feel like the jump kick is a pretty good aerial attack. I don't think I'll have a dive. I think I want it to be more DK64 style. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like... the jump is... different. Any other movement options you're thinking of? Honestly, I don't really know. I haven't put that much thought into it. I'm definitely leaning for more of a Rareware style over a 64 style. Because I like Rareware games and people have already made better Mario games than I could ever make. But ain't nobody making rare platformers anymore. In fact, let's dare to compare. How about we? I'll save a state, and then... oh, no, not that one. Hold on. Wrong ROM. This one. What about when the Rare people made Yuka whatever? I mean, Yooka-Laylee was honestly disappointing. I'll play it again when that remake comes out. I'll try it again. It's been like 6 years or something. But, let's see what Banjo and Kazooie feels like. Do I have to watch an intro? I thought this was skippable. Damn, you can't skip this shit? I promise my game will have 100% skippable cutscenes. I'm on a crusade against unskippable cutscenes for sure. I just want to know what the game feels like. I don't want to watch the cutscenes. Is there like a speed option in Project 64? Enhancements? No. I don't think there's a speed up button. Or if there is, I don't know where it is. Configuration? No. What ideas do you have for a playable character? It's kind of like a goat-like, and impish. Yeah, Jak 1 has really good attack animations. That's something I remember. This is a longer cutscene than I remember. I just dropped my water bottle on the floor. It does have a limit FPS option. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Oh boy, I'm glad I skipped all this. Oh, okay. Okay. So Banjo controls much differently than Mario does. Way tighter turning radius. A little more slippery, definitely on like the turnarounds. But 90% of the time that you're moving in Banjo-Kazooie, you're in Talon Trot, you know, like you are hardly. Oh, Banjo doesn't even have a long jump. I don't know if I ever really realized that. Now, one thing I think Banjo does do very good is this thing. This is good. The double jump flappy thing, like that feels great. That's extremely useful in a platforming segment. And even like the jump attack as like a way to give yourself more momentum, keep yourself in the air for longer, that also feels really good. Yeah, and the high jump also feels pretty good. I want to get into Mumbo's Mountain. Here we go! This is how fast the game I will make will be. I want to go get Talon Trot. That's all I want. Oh god. I'm almost there. I got it. Wait, where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay. 90% of the time you're moving around in this game, you're just doing this. Like, you almost never just walk around as Banjo. And this is pretty much the same, except just with way less friction. Like, you slide forever whenever you land from a jump. But you also lose access to your attack. Well, you can attack, but it just pulls you out of Talon Trot. You can't flap. Can you flap? No, you can't do the flap. But yeah. Definitely floatier. Like, you hang in the air like hella. Like, I don't even know how you do that. Let's play around with the jumping physics. Oh, it didn't switch. There we go. Alright. Because, like, okay, what do I have right now? It's, like, it's similar. It's a little, like, I feel like I have the regular jump pretty good, you know? Like, that doesn't feel that bad. I mean, if I had, you know, the animations are all pretty much just placeholder. But I feel like that feels pretty alright. But this long jump, that feels weird. Feels very strange. I wonder if it's that it's like too much forward, or like maybe can I like, what do I have gravity at right now? I have gravity at -20, which is way more gravity than on Earth. Let's see. Let's try changing the gravity scale to like 0.75. Yeah, I mean, less gravity, you definitely stay in the air for longer. That's for sure. I think the lower gravity does make the long jump feel better, though. So maybe I should just lower the gravity when you're in a long jump. I did not make the character model, my husband did. Can you make it so the animation finishes earlier? I mean, yeah, I'm not too concerned about the animations right now. I'm kind of just... The animations are just there for my own benefit of, like, basically being, like, placeholders. So, I can change those whenever. I like the lower gravity long jump. Like, that feels good to me. That feels better than this. So maybe I just lower the gravity. The speed you move when long jumping increases quickly from running speed to the forward jump speed. I mean, that's true, but that is how it is in Mario as well. Like, you do want, like, a bit of an instant speed burst whenever you're long jumping. You know? Like, maybe this is a bit too much. Like, maybe I can tone it down a little bit. Or potentially apply the burst over a few frames or something. Because, yeah, I mean, basically, the way it is now, I'm just applying an impulse to the character. So it's just, like, instant speed burst, and then it returns you back to your maximum moving speed. Like, if let's set my maximum walk speed to, like, 10 or whatever. Yeah. But 10's too much. 6 is what I had it at. Is the gravity relative to the units that... I mean, yeah, the gravity is literally... The gravity is just a vector 3. I'm literally just telling the game, push down with an acceleration of 20 units per second or whatever. Mario's gravity is halved when long jumping and slide kicking and reduced by other amounts. See, that's what I was thinking. I think the secret sauce is just changing your character's gravity. Because I know DK64 does that too. That's how moon kicks work. I am peaking my microphone every time I talk. Am I blowing your eardrums out? What is wrong with my microphone today? There's something wrong with my microphone. Not on your end? Okay, for some reason, whenever I talk in OBS, it goes like full red bar, like alert, fucking, they're shooting the nukes, like warning. But if it sounds fine, then whatever. I'm not gonna mess with it. But yeah, I think I definitely want to change the gravity. I think the secret sauce is changing your character's gravity when you do different stuff. The character definitely feels a bit too slidey as well. I feel like that's not really the feel I want to go for. I mean, I don't have like a slide animation. Maybe it would feel better if I had like an actual sliding animation. But I think there's just not quite enough friction on the ground. Try moving this up to 5. Yeah, like even just moving it up a little bit makes it feel slightly better. You're unlikely to change / use gravity for game mechanics. I mean, I could do some Super Mario Galaxy shit. That might be kind of fun to do. But this character controller I'm using, I don't know how well it shows up on stream, but Like, I just have a gravity scale that I can adjust. So I can just keep the vector of the gravity the same and then just adjust the scale. So that, you know, less or more. But you can change the vector of the gravity. Like, what is this gonna do? It's just gonna pull me towards, like, the left or something. Yeah. So now gravity is... I'm not holding the control stick. Gravity is just pulling me in a direction. But I do have it set at -20 because I think high gravity, high impulse... Like, I've tried it doing other ways, but I feel like this is easier. Just crank the gravity up. And then adjust it. Okay, so let's try implementing this. I don't think I'm going to stream for much longer. I just kind of wanted to feel it out, see how I felt about streaming game dev. And I think I like it. It's kind of fun. But yeah, let's try changing the gravity when we do a long jump. Oh, except I'm talking so much and my voice is getting tired. I want to change the music. I need something different. I need something that will make me work. Let's listen to some production music. Okay. Okay, so now we have to figure out... This is where my spaghetti code starts to bite me on the ass. 'Cause I think... I have an on jumped. So I'm already doing something in here, so maybe I just add it in here? I mean, I really need to just add, like, a state that says, like, you are long jumping, you know? Like, I need to add a new movement mode. Because then I could just adjust the gravity and stuff based on the movement mode, which would be a lot easier. Has there ever been a Collectathon platformer with the homing attack? You know, I can't really think of one. That's a good idea, though, a homing attack. Okay. I mean, we could do this in the really bad way, which is just change gravity while you're crouched. And then change the gravity back once you land. I mean, that would technically work. But maybe not a great idea. Seems a little error prone. But it would immediately give us the effect right now. And then I can work on making a movement mode later. Let's try it. Let's do a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I do not condone what I'm doing currently, but we're feeling it out. What happens if you don't jump? Well, then the gravity doesn't change. So now the gravity value, you guys are covering it up, but I'm looking at it. It's right here. Yeah, okay. So the problem is, okay, I also need to set it on uncrouch. Otherwise, every time that you crouch, if you just do a regular jump, it does that. But that's just a bug. So, I mean, that feels pretty good. I kind of like it. It probably needs to be nerfed a little bit. It looks like it's a little too, brings you a little too far. Like, a normal jump, if I'm holding it the whole way, like, almost brings you what? Like, I'm gonna try and jump, like, on that line. Like, that's like almost 2 units. if you just are holding A. But if you long jump, I guess it's not that much better. It just feels way longer for some reason. Interesting. But now we also have the problem where it's also going to affect our high jump. Our high jump is now a super high jump. Which I could just change the... I could just change the high jump impulse, but I probably should just make movement modes for all this stuff. But I don't hate it. I think this is kind of good. Something I never feel like I really have a good grasp on is like, should the character rotate while in the air? The way I'm doing it now is I'm just reducing the amount of rotation in the air. Or I'm actually locking it if you... Well, no, I'm not locking it. What am I doing? I'm doing something. Oh yeah, I'm just straight up lowering the rotation rate if you're in the air. Because I know that, like, in Mario, if you're jumping, you don't rotate at all. Like, you are stuck facing the direction that you're going. Yeah, you slightly adjust your jumps in Mario, but Mario doesn't turn. You know what I mean? Like you can jump forward, but then hold the stick left and you'll drift left, but it's like... Basically, character rotation is separate from the physics of the jump in the character controller I'm using. I don't know. That's just more of a feel thing, like a look and feel thing. But I am pretty happy with the long jump. I feel like I'm not happy with the code, but I'm happy with the result, if that makes sense. The code is terrible. I need to find a much better way to do this. I need something that's way easier to iterate on and isn't just slapping values randomly inside of event callbacks. But the game feel is pretty solid. Yeah, sticking in one direction would help with a ledge grab. Oh, that's not right. For some reason, I'm getting a long jump if I'm not moving, holding the stick forward and pressing jump. So that's that's something that shouldn't be happening. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny. It's not useful. But I just realized these are both using the same animation. I thought one was using... No, they are using different animations. One's 3 and one's 2. How are these different? These look like the same exact animation. Are these even different? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Oh, it's playing the long jump animation for the high jump. Okay, so my character, my animator is wrong. Ground move speed greater than 0. Okay, it's probably because whenever you jump, it's not greater than 0. That's kind of annoying, because it instantly applies the impulse. So there's not a good way for me to differentiate between the long jump and the high jump. So, interesting. How would I even handle this situation? Because, like, what's the difference between a high jump and a long jump? It's just whether or not you're moving and the stick is held in a direction. So, I may just have to add a new animator parameter, which I'm trying to avoid because The animator in Unity is kind of annoying. How do I want to handle this? This requires some thinking. I'm doing everything in the calc jump impulse, which I probably just shouldn't be. Like, I mean, I am literally calculating the jump impulse, so I don't feel like I should be putting animator shit in there. Like, it feels gross. Feels yucky. I think this is why I need different movement modes. I need to figure out how that API works and create new custom movement modes. And that would probably make this a little more clean. I really don't want to have to make another animator parameter, but I can't think of another way that you could differentiate. I think I just need to make a parameter that just like is long jumping or is high jumping. I think that's... I can't really think of a better way to handle it. I just say long jumping and high jumping. Or maybe it should... Well, it's hard because it's a transition from the crouch to a jumping animation. So it's more like about to long jump or like long jump capable. I'm so bad at variable names. I've been a professional programmer for like over a decade and I can't name variables still. Let's see. Alright, fuck it. We'll change this later. Let's get something working. Just do that. It'd be nice to keep all of my logic for the animator in the same place, but I'm not sure there's a good way to do that. So let's just go ahead and stupidly stick it right here. So this is probably a very bad and stupid way to do this. But I can't think of a better way to do it right now. So we'll just come up with what am I typing? False. We'll come up with a better way to do this later. Famous last words. Okay. So now we can just remove these and say long jumping. We'll remove that and say high jumping. There we go. Alright, the animator is fixed now, which is nice. It's not fixed in a way that is very good, but it is fixed. Except now our gravity isn't working. Because we have uncrouch, we're setting the gravity scale back to 1. Okay, yeah, this is basically what I was afraid of. So, I'm definitely going to have to find a better way to handle this gravity manipulation based off of the character controller state. And also, it's still doing a long jump whenever it's not moving, which is not right. Oh, it's because I'm only checking for crouching and stick not neutral. I also need, like, and velocity. Or is it speed? Velocity is probably the vector, right? Yeah, that's the vector. Creative and zero. Okay, I think that should fix it. There we go. So now you'll get a long jump if you are holding the stick, moving, crouch sliding, jumping. And you'll get a high jump even if you're sliding if you let go of the stick. There's still something weird with the animation controller when it comes to... I wonder why that happens. Can I fix that? I don't know. Damn. Some is letting me pick up mad speed by chaining these together. What the hell? Yeah, we're zooming. That's not intended. It doesn't have to do with the animator, but, you know, maybe I should just have bunny hopping, you know? Why not? Is anybody gonna be mad that you can do that? It's kind of cool. And kind of hard, also. I can't get it very consistent. Because you can't just hold down the Z button. You have to, like, hit the Z button before you land. And then do it. Maybe I should keep this. It's a little janky. So, but that's mostly because the animator is janky. It's probably because you never actually land on the ground, it looks like. So you go straight from the moving animation to the jump. So you never actually enter the crouch animation. That's weird. I don't know why it's, like, giving infinite speed, though. It's kind of hard to balance between, like, oh, you want, like, fun speed tech, but you don't want it to make your game, like, look cheap and janky, you know? Sounds interesting. If I press crouch and then quickly let go of crouch, I can get it to happen sometimes. Like there, yeah, there's something weird with the animator. I think it's just never fully transitioning to the crouch is probably what's happening. Like it's starting the transition to the crouch, but then it's canceling out into the idle animation. Nope, that didn't fix it. Yeah, it's never even getting into the crouch. Why is it building infinite speed, though? That part I don't get, because the max walk speed, I guess it's just not dropping back and it's just applying just an impulse every time. Yeah, it's janky even if you wait. Is this high jump land, like... Well... Oh, high jump land to moving. Man, the fucking Unity animator is so hard. Like, why is it doing that? Why does it just... Why does it go to idle? Why wouldn't it go to moving? It should go high jump land. To moving, right? What is going on? Because high jump land up... Is it because of this exit time? It must be, right? It's gotta be because of the exit time. If I just do that. No, still not working. This shit is going to drive me crazy. This is going to be me trying every single option on the interruption source until it does something different. Okay, it's definitely not that one. Why? Why are you idle? What's wrong with you? I guess it never stops being airborne if I do that. Or does it? I can't tell. So maybe not is grounded is not the variable I want to be using for that. Because this just says unwalkable ground and constrained to ground. So it probably should be like... Can I use is falling? Let's just try changing that. No. But it's definitely transitioning out of airborne now, I think. No, it's really not, actually. Yeah, okay. It happens even if I do this. So that's not right. I think the problem is if I... So there's like a bit of like... There's a bit of leniency built in, so it's not like you don't have to be on the ground to press the jump button again, right? Like you can press the jump button a little bit before you hit the ground to make it feel smoother, right? Like that's just kind of good practice. But it means it never thinks it's on the ground is the problem. Also, you can press the button really early. I probably should not have it be that lenient. Yeah, pre-grounded time is 0.25. So it's like you have a quarter of a second. It's not really about being able to chain the long jumps. I think that's fine. That's like normal for these types of games. For me, it's mostly... It's because it's never thinking... The animator specifically never knows that you hit the ground. Because I must just be using the wrong variable. So I think I need to just figure out what... in the character controller I need to be looking at. It's probably going to be under this properties area. Yeah, walk speed, blah, blah, blah. These are all public. Gravity, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. Falling time. What happens when you are going to land? Maybe that's what I need. I need to find where in the code it's like, okay, you're about to land, what now? Can jump? So this is where it's reading the pre-grounded time. Or the post-grounded time. So if jump pre-grounded time is greater than 0, can jump if you've been holding the button down less than the grounded time. And then it's just checking the rest of the jumps and then... Yeah, it just resets the movement mode to falling, so it never knows that you landed. Can you set a transition to yourself? Does that work? You can. So what if I want to transition jump to jump? If if you're airborne and you're jumping, is that gonna do what I want it to do? No exit time. Okay, that looks very strange. Oh, it's because if you hold the button down, it's constantly transitioning to itself. So the problem is that jumping is a boolean. I think I need it to be a trigger. Or else it's just gonna do that. Yeah, a lot of programming is just putting stuff in and then hoping to God that it actually does what you want it to do. That's about 90% of it. Yeah, definitely not right. So I want to change that to a trigger. That would be the smart thing to do. The problem is I don't like using triggers because they're very buggy. They never seem to work exactly like how I want them to. But it seems like... I mean, I guess I could just set a bool like a trigger. Okay. Let's try this. On jumped. So once we've jumped, let's try setting... Let's try setting our jumping parameter to 0, or to false rather. No. I think it's just getting overwritten. Yeah, it's getting overwritten every frame, because this animate function is running every frame. So it's just reading is jumping. Alright. So this animation logic just needs to completely be rethought out. It's just not going to work with the way that I have it right now. I need to refactor it entirely. But that's fine because that's not interesting to watch. So I'll probably just do that off stream. Speaking of, I'm going to stop streaming. That was fun, but I only plan on going for like an hour and a half or so. So thank you for watching. If you liked this, I might do more in the future. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Let's go, you can go watch Wayne play Dark and Darker. But yeah, be doing more of these probably. Hopefully the game will slowly come to life before your very eyes. So, bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.